Hello, welcome to Genius channel. We are going to see some previous year physics NBA questions. Okay, so question number 55. Question number 55. A particle is moving in a circular path of radius r at a constant speed v. Which one of the following graphs correctly represents its acceleration? Okay, so a particle is moving in a circular path of radius r and velocity or speed v. You need to find out which is the correct representation of acceleration. Okay, so please try all of you, which is the correct representation. What is the answer? Yes, answer is option D. Option D is the correct answer. See, here they are saying acceleration is constant. That is not true because we have already studied acceleration of a, there is the acceleration in a circular path is not constant. Okay, so that is, this one is not correct. Then it cannot say acceleration is uniform, isn't it? So that is also wrong. Now see, here the constant speed, they are saying it is a constant speed. Okay, constant speed. So this is also wrong. So the correct answer is option D. Option D is the correct answer. Okay, so moving to the next question. Question number 56. A force is applied on a body. A force is applied on a body. And it is represented as F is equal to 6I minus 8J plus 10K and accelerates it at 1 meter per second square. The mass of the body is, okay, so what they have given, force applied on the body is given. F is equal to 6I minus 8J plus 10K. And acceleration, they have given it is 1 meter per second square acceleration. So you need to find mass. Mass is what you have to find out. So how to do? All of you try and comment the answers. Okay, so they have given forces in it. So what is the magnitude of force? Root of 6 square plus minus 8 square plus 10 square. So that is root of 36 plus 64 plus 100. Isn't it? So you'll get root of 200. Or you can write it as 10 root 2. Now we got force. Now acceleration also we have. So if we have 10 root 2, A we have, what A we have? 1. So we know that F is equal to MA. So M is equal to F by A. F is 10 root 2 divided by 1. Answer is 10 root 2. That is option B. Option B is the correct answer. Okay. So you have to, from F, in the vector form, you have to get the magnitude of this vector. So how to find magnitude? That is root of x square plus y square plus z square will give you the magnitude of a vector. Magnitude of a vector. Then after finding magnitude, you can just substitute here and find out the value of mass. So it is 10 root 2. Next is a bullet is fired up from a 400-meter tall tower a bullet is fired vertically up from a 400-meter tall tower with a speed of 80 meters per second. If G is 10 meter per second square, find the time taken by the bullet to reach the ground. Okay, 8 seconds, 16 seconds, 20 seconds, 24 seconds. Okay, so all of you try this. Try your own and comment the answers. Easy question, direct substitution. Okay, so listen, there is a bullet that is fired vertically up from a 400-meter tall tower. So 400-meter tall tower, from that we are firing a bullet with a speed 80 meter per second. G is acceleration due to gravity. You have to find the time taken by the bullet to reach the ground. Okay, so how to do this? So listen, so this is a 400-meter tall tower. So first you have to find the time to reach here. So that be T1. Then the remaining time you have to find out. Remaining time also you have to find out. So this much, that will be same as T1. This from this height to the same height. Then we have some T2 here for covering this 400 meters. So we can divide the time like this, T1, T1, T2. Okay, so first we have to find this time. Okay, so we know they have given U as 80 meter, initial velocity is 80 meter per second. For while it reaches the top, V, final velocity is equal to 0. Then acceleration is 10 meter per second square, and that is negative because it is going up. So what is that? So you have to find time is equal to, so A is equal to V minus U by D. So minus 10 is equal to B minus U is 0 minus 80 by T. So T is equal to minus 80 by minus 10. So what you'll get? You'll get it as 8 seconds. So for reaching here, it will be 8 seconds. 8 seconds. You will get the answer as 8 seconds for reaching here. So that is T1 is equal to 8 seconds. Now here also up to from here to this level, which is also T1. So T1 8 seconds. Now from this distance to this distance, okay, how much it is taking. So that you have to find out. Okay. So how would you find that? How would you find that? So for getting that, you need to find the velocity at this position, isn't it? You need to find the speed at this position, then only you'll be able to find out this. Okay. Okay. So at this level, it is 80 meter per second. Speed is 80 meter per second. So how would you get this? You need to get time. So S we know, distance we know 400. So you can use the equation S is equal to UT plus half 80 square. So S is 400, U is equal to 80. Time is what you have to find out, half. A is 10, T square is the T square T we need to find out. So now solve this. So what you get, 400 is equal to 80T plus 5T square. So if you make that into a quadratic equation, it will become 5T square plus 80T minus 400 is equal to 0. we can again simplify this as t square plus 16t minus 20 is equal to 0. Not 20 minus 80, isn't it? 480 times in which table? In 5's table. So now you need to solve this equation. Solve that equation. Once you solve, you can use solve middle term splitting or any method. So if I'm using middle term splitting, this will become t square plus 16 can be written as 20t minus 40 minus 80 equal to 0. So t into t plus 20 minus 4 into t plus 20 equal to 0. So t is equal to 4 seconds. T is equal to 4 seconds. So here it is t2. That we got as t2 we got as 4 seconds. So t1 plus t1 plus t2, that is 8 plus 8 plus 4, that is 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So which is the option? Option C is the correct one. Okay. So I'll just show this again. Don't get confused. What all things we have done? First we have drawn the figure. So from going from here to here, I mark the time as t1. Then from here to here, I mark the time as t1 because here to here to here, here to here. Then from here to down, that I marked as t2. Now I know here velocity v is equal to 0. So using this formula, I found out time. Time I got as 8 seconds. So that time is t1, which is here also t1. So these two t1 is 8 seconds. So 8 seconds plus 8 seconds. Now at this level, speed is 80 meter per second. Now displacement is 400. Time is what you have to find out. So I used S is equal to ut plus half at square. Substituted, I got a quadratic equation. I solved this quadratic equation and I got the answer as 4 seconds. So T2 I got as 4 seconds. So total time is T1 plus T1 plus T2. That is 8 plus 8 plus 4. That is 20 seconds. So here the option is 20 seconds is option C. 20 seconds is option C. Understood all of you? Now moving to the next question, question number 58. If the motion of an object is represented by a straight line parallel to the time axis in a distance time graph, then the object undergoes. If the motion of an object is represented by a straight line parallel to time axis. Okay. Time axis in a distance time graph. So we have a distance time graph. The motion is represented by a straight line parallel to time axis. In a distance time graph, then the object undergoes accelerated motion, decelerated motion, uniform non-zero velocity motion, a zero velocity motion. So what is the answer? Or if you say, what does this graph indicates? That from NCERT. So this graph indicates that the body is at rest, isn't it? Body at rest. Body at rest. So if a body is at rest means its velocity is 0. So answer is option D. Option D, a zero velocity motion. Because this is a stationary body, isn't it? That is a stationary body. Now going to the next question. Question number 59. Displacement time graph of a particle, displacement time graph of a particle acted upon by a constant force is a straight line, circle, parabola, any curve depending upon initial conditions. Displacement time graph of a particle acted upon by a constant force. Okay, I want all of you to check what graph you will get here. Displacement time graph of a particle acted upon by a constant force. Constant force. Yes. What you are getting? Answer is, it is a parabola. It is a parabola. Displacement time graph of a particle acted upon by a constant force is a parabola. It is a parabola. Answer is option C. See the question number 60. Question number 60. Following figure represent the velocity time graph of a moving car on a road. So there is a graph given here. Velocity time graph. What do you have to find out? Which segment of the graph represent retardation? Which segment represents retardation? Okay, direct question, easy question. So listen. So here, in this velocity time graph, you have to find the portion where retardation happens. See, velocity is first increasing. So that means velocity increasing means acceleration, isn't it? Velocity increasing means it is acceleration. Now, here velocity is uniform. That means acceleration is 0. Here acceleration is there. Acceleration is a positive value. Here velocity is constant. That means acceleration is 0. Here what is happening? Velocity is reducing. That means here retardation, isn't it? Retardation. Velocity is coming down. So that is retardation. Then again velocity is increasing. So it is acceleration. So what is the position where retardation happens or negative acceleration happens? Retardation is negative acceleration. So that is happening in the region BC. The region BC. Okay, so here the answer is BC, option B. Okay, thank you everyone. See you in another video with more questions. Thank you so much.